It's a really cold day and really can't do a whole lot. It's kind of wet still from all the storms that came through. Glad I got a cab, otherwise I wouldn't be down here. Going to do a quick video today. I have always run every piece of equipment, mainly because I started on tractors and backhoes in backhoe mode. So we're going to try a little bit of trying to learn another mode on the excavator. Mainly because from what I've seen, a lot of operators are able to dig a smoother bottom trench, etc. I'm really good in backhoe mode about doing it, but I can see the thinking on using excavator controls, mainly because you basically can get a little bit smoother motion back towards you with keeping the bucket smooth. Anyway, this should be a pretty funny video, just a kind of a little bit of a nonsense video today. Just to show you, especially from someone that's always ran this piece of equipment or this type of equipment in one mode, trying to switch to the other mode. We're going to give it a shot here and see how it goes. Okay, so I flipped the controls over. I think I'm away from anything that I could damage. That is one thing that you want to do if you're trying to learn a new mode. For the most part, your directional controls, side to side, are going to be the same. The big thing that's different is your dipper and your boom. And where I get confused, I do really good about concentrating and thinking about how my boom is going to work, right up until the point that I need to change direction. And it's really hard. I'm just going to try. Now, this is probably not going to work, but I'm going to try to go out and just get as smooth a bottom as I can against this pavement. And already my head's trying to fight the controls. So we're down now. So in theory, we want to pull back with the boom, and we'll kind of want to lift up, or pull back with a dipper. We'll want to lift up with a boom as we come back, and then go down boom as we get closer. So I'll show you how hard this is. And again, I've been running equipment for a really long time. Never gotten the hang of this. Always just kind of gave up, and usually I needed to get something done and just flipped it back to the old controls. Every machine I've ever owned will do multiple styles of operation. So really what we're wanting to try to do is so everything works good right up into the point where I want to push back down. And the best way that I've found to learn any machine is just do it a couple of times really slow till you get the hang of it. So right there, my hand is naturally wanting to duplicate everything over here on this right hand, and kind of fighting my brain to not do that. So right there at the transition point is where things go awry. Try to do it fast, things just go awry. It's something that takes a really long time to get your head wrapped around, and I don't know that I'll ever get it. Alright, so we're in position. We're going to want to go boom up, dipper back, and instantly my brain is trying to track that dipper with the boom control. I could just trick my brain into doing that, I'd be okay, but it's really hard. It's really hard to do. Ideally, what I'm wanting to do is get this bucket on the ground as close as I can and come smooth back. But my brain's just kind of fighting me on it. Got the bucket curl doesn't change, so that I've got relatively proficient at that. Immediately. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Alright, so I got really lost there. It's just hilarious to see how bad and awkward this is going. I don't know that I'll ever learn this. It's kind of fun to try, but it's like you're starting from scratch, learning how to run a machine. It may be a little worse than starting from scratch, to be honest. I think I did better when I didn't know how to run the thing. And that's just a mess there. That's not what you want at all when you're digging. There. Oh yeah, that's long. Alright, before we flip the machine over here, let's clean up and see how well this works with the controls flipped back. So now I'm in familiar territory, I hope, and let's see how this goes. So yeah, I can really have a lot more control. I'm not saying that this mode is better, but I am saying I don't know how to do the other mode, and I've always struggled trying to learn it. Just a little fun experiment. It's one skill I really wish that I had. I don't think I know really anybody that can actually do both modes. I'm sure there's some folks out there in video. I'd like to see it. And just let me know which mode you like and why. And if it's really true that you can get a flat bottom trench or more flat bottom trench in excavator mode versus backhoe mode. For me, I think at least for the near future, I'm going to be a backhoe only guy. We'll catch some footage of here me cleaning this up with a blade now that I made a big mess with the experiment. It never hurts to try, especially when you kind of have a down day. And I will admit I've tried this several times and just kind of get frustrated. At some point, there's a diminishing return on it. So I'll probably title this video why backhoe mode is better than excavator mode. But just keep in mind the reason is because I'm a terrible operator on this machine in excavator mode. So we kind of got that smoothed up. By all means, if you can do both operator modes, be sure to leave me a comment and let me know, especially if you do a video of it. It's kind of something funny to watch, especially if you don't. And I will just go ahead and caution you, I have seen some folks try this out or jump on a machine that they didn't know what the control setup was, especially if they're on a trailer, and really do some damage. So be sure you're out in the open, and when in doubt, let go of the sticks. I watched a guy almost flip over a machine. You know, he had it throttled quite a bit up, was trying to learn how to use a different mode, and went up or pushed the dipper down or the boom down when he should have been pulling the boom up. And it's real easy. This machine goes pretty quick. It's idle all the way down. You can see how fast that's moving. Roll yourself over pretty easy. Anyway, just some little bit of entertainment at my expense there, showing how poorly things look when trying a different mode. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.